are listening to the Sports Bar talkSPORT. Me, O'Hara and Jason Cundy taking your calls on England's performance. And Lee Carsley, his interview, saying that he wants to go back to the 21s. Hopefully goes back to the 21s. Strange old interview tonight. Not only has he played himself out of a job, he's talked himself out of it. 03717 223344. Let's go to Andy, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Andy?
All right, boys. How you doing?
Yeah, all right, matey. Yeah, you was at the game?
Yeah, I just got back now. I went to my son and my godson.
What did you think of it?
Oh, it was terrible, lad. Absolutely terrible. You know what? Listening to Carsley's, what he's just said there, I think the FA should have just done a raffle for one of us to try and be an England manager for this phase of games, if I'm being honest. I think I would have done a better job out there today than what he did. He literally picked like 3 number 9s in the team. Trent was invented.
Didn't have one number 9.
Well, sorry,
you didn't have one.
False number 9s.
Yeah.
I meant.
Right, I was saying,
false number 9s. He played Trent inverted as well, so that made it another one in there. It was just a joke.
It's chaos.
It was a mess.
It was chaos.
It was a mess.
Well done to Greece, though. They battled really hard.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't
But you know what they were, though, Andy? And credit to them, because people have come on and said that, you know, they're rubbish. They're not rubbish. They're international football players. They're a good side. But they're a team. That's what they are. They're a team. And you can win international football matches by being a good team.
Yeah, no, definitely. Listen, they had a good balance, defended well. They were quite composed in the middle of the park as well. But they played against an easy side today, boys. We were so easy to play.
We were easy to play against. I said that it's a great point because even though well organised Greece, I don't think they could quite believe, even looking back at the game now, how easy it was for them to get through us. I don't think they could even envisaged it was going to be that they could have scored 5 goals tonight. The amount of times that it was a straight ball in behind the fullback. Yeah, not even good ball, but not a difficult pass to make. Should be that easy.
Do you think Declan Rice is good enough to play as a 1 in there? He seems to struggle.
Well, today I felt a bit for him because he was in there on his own at times.
So's Rodri. So was Busquets.
But
we're putting him on that level, aren't we, Declan Rice?
I don't know. I'm not sure that Rodri would about to cope that today, mate. Ball over the top, players running in behind. Countless times.
Can Declan Rice play in that position as a 1 where you sit in front of a back 4, but your awareness and your anticipation of where danger is going to be is where you slot in?
If your fullbacks are playing like wingers and you're in there and your 2 centre-halves are behind you, you're going to get done. I don't care. Yeah. At times, City play like that, and the amount of times you can get in against City. They play very similar like that, but not as chaotic and as disorganised as that was. Right, Eddie?
Yeah, I was going to say, he had, I feel sorry a little bit for Declan today because, like I said, when I first come on the call, we were playing with 3 false 9s today. Yep. A lot of attacking players and stuff.
It just didn't. It was all over the pitch, though. That was the thing. It was just...
Yeah, no protection. I thought, looking on players' performances as well, we've got to have a look at some players' performances as well today. I thought Rico Lewis really struggled today.
Yeah, didn't have a good game. He's been really good.
I think he struggled. I don't think Jude had a good game either, although he scored a good goal.
No one played well. I don't think anyone did. Can play well. I
don't think there was anyone out there who can go out there and come off that pitch and say, I played all right tonight. I don't think any of them.
A lot of the blame is for the manager, guys. I mean, just play a striker, man. Just play 4-3-3.
But here's like people say, the players have got to take responsibility, and they do, and I get that. But I've been a player, and I've been a part of when there's no structure to a football team, and you're all over the place. If 11 players are walking off the pitch and none of them have had a good game, that says to me that the manager's got something wrong. Because, you might have 6 or 7 have good games, 3 or 4 let you down and go, he's been poor tonight, makes a big mistake, costs us the game, you lose. But apart from that, the performance is all right. If you've got 11 of them walking off going, we're all over the gaff. Something's not right there structurally.
Totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, just play a striker, guys. I mean...
I'm... Yes, But I'm not even totally convinced from what I saw that would have made a huge amount of difference because of the way everyone else around played.
There was no outlet, Jay. There was no outlet, mate. You know,
Bellingham was, to be fair to Bellingham, he was making some good runs.
He did make a couple of good
runs.
runs.
It wasn't like you needed an outlet. The problem was when we didn't have the ball.
Yeah, that was the problem.
That was the problem.
You still got
Trent.
You still got Trent and Rico going, bombing on. You still got 5 up, 6 up top.
But every time Trent got the ball, he had nothing to aim for in the box. So many times we went down the side, and then the players are looking up, and there's no one in the box. Everyone's hanging outside the edge of the area.
By the way,
all right, Andy, listen, thanks for your call, mate.
By the way, they scored their second goal when we played a 4-4-2.
Yeah. I know, but we're still reaching for the game, really, aren't we? It's desperate. Let's go to Richard, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Rich?
Right, Rich?
How are we doing?
Yeah, all right, Rich, you?
Yeah, I'm all good. So I guess I've got 3 points to make.
Dickie.
So I've listened to some of the callers tonight, and to be honest, some of them are talking absolute garbage. So I guess in terms of Carsley, so I think I don't know why he's even in contention of the job. He's an FA man. He's got zero charisma. I mean, I listen to his interviews and he sends me to sleep. He talked tonight about we're trying something different. But you weren't trying nothing different. Basically, roughly translated, what you were actually doing was you were trying to do what every other manager has done previously, is you were trying to find a way of squeezing everyone into the team. And then also, in addition to that, we've got this obsession with Foden. Foden is a quality player. However,
good this season.
In an England shirt, I cannot think of a game where he's actually turned up. So my view is, why was he in the team tonight, and why didn't we go with a number 9? And I guess they're the points, really.
That's he's admitted he tried something different. Trying different was not having to play in the number 9. He wants to try and get his best attacking, creative players on the pitch. That is obviously going to be Saka, obviously going to be Palmer, obviously going to be Foden. Gordon on the other side.
Do you think he fell into the trap, though, of pleasing everyone, of trying to get everyone on the pitch? Gareth Southgate didn't do that.
No, Gareth didn't do it. He did the complete opposite.
He done the opposite. He didn't care.
But he made mistakes the other way. Gareth Southgate was playing players out of position. He was playing Foden out on the left. Kept playing that. Kept doing it.
He saw something in Foden on the left, though, didn't he? He did.
But do you not think, guys, that what you've actually got now is you've got Southgate, who frustrated everyone, and now you've got Carsley that's come in and is basically trying to go sort of gung-ho cavalier, and actually somewhere in the middle there's a kind of...
Yes. Who is that guy? That's what we need. Yeah. That's exactly what we need. Yeah. We need the in-between of what we've had and what we've got now. Yeah. Yeah. Who's that person? I don't know. Is it Potter? Is it Lampard? Is it Eddie Howe? Is it a foreign manager? Because you're exactly right. That's exactly what we need. This can't continue. You ain't winning nothing playing like that.
No, you're not.
You're going to get undone.
And also, it wasn't just tonight. And I need to go back to that game against Finland, because the amount of times that they got in behind us, this was Finland playing very similar with inverted forward, in behind, happened on numerous occasions. I'll go back to it. The Premier League, you play a certain style, and in Champions League football, you can high lines, whatever, and you can get away with it over 30. International football, I'm telling you, is different. I've played. I remember playing. I know, not at the national level, but 21s, 19s, 18s, 16s. It was very defensive. Keep the ball solid. You don't get beat. It's a slower tempo at international level because there's respect for both sides. And that's the way it goes. Carsley, I'm looking at it going, this is gung ho. It's just you can't play like Pep Guardiola. I don't know if you can, mate, at that level. No, I think you're right.
Can I just ask you a question?
Go on, mate.
Guys. So I guess you've mentioned I'd love an English manager, and you mentioned Lampard. I love Frank. He's an absolute ledge, but he's an England manager. No, you talked about Potter. Potter was a car crash at Chelsea, absolute train wreck. So whilst
so was the club at the time.
Yeah, no, I get that, but he was out of his depth. And so who would you have as an England manager?
I wonder whether international level, whether we're concentrating. We all want winners. We all want someone that's done it before. But look at Yogi Love, right? What did he do before? Wasn't he assistant manager?
Don't know.
You think about what he did. Do you need to have lifting Premier League titles? Do you need them lifting Champions League?
I think you do.
To manage...
I think you do, mate.
I don't know whether you do.
I think you've got to be a top-level manager, elite-level manager. No, to speak to the press, no, to deal with top managers.
The guy that just won the Euros with Spain, what's he done?
I know, but, you know...
Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether you... I think you need to be tactically aware. You need to have the respect from the players. Absolutely. I don't know whether you need a Pep or a... I don't know whether that's the way... Do you need someone that clearly has a structure and a plan and a way to play?
Yeah.
Southgate had that.
He did.
He absolutely had that.
Yeah. All right, Rich, thanks for your call. Keep them coming in. We're going to continue taking them. 03 717 22 3344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18 plus. BeGambler.org.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.